So, what we do for the case of faraway stars? Those stars which are present at a distance 100 light years away. Parallax method is not suitable because the parallax angle becomes too much small to be measured. So, for such stars, we rely on a method which is known as the intensity method. This method is based upon finding the intensity of the light received from the distant star. From our day-to-day life experience, we observe that as a source of light, the distance of the source of light from our eyes increases, the intensity or the brightness of the light from the source, from the light bulb, it goes on decreasing. We call this observation as the inverse square law of the intensity, which states that intensity of illumination at any point is inversely proportional to the square of the distance from the source of light. That is, if this is the point of observation, light source S is present at the point S and both are separated by distance suppose D, then the intensity of light I, which will be observed at point O, it will be inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the observation point and the source. So as the distance increases, the intensity of the light also decreases. So here, in order to measure the distance of a faraway star, what we use, we take the help of a reference star. For example, Sun, whose distance R2 is already known to us. Intensity of light I2 coming from the reference star, that is Sun, is already known to us. Let we want to find out the distance distance R1 of a faraway star. Let I1 is the intensity of the light coming from that faraway star. So if we apply this intensity method's inverse square law, according to this law, for the faraway star, I1 will be proportional to 1 over R1 square. For known star, Sun, I2 will be proportional to 1 over R2 square. If we divide the two, I1 over I2, it will be equal to R2 square over R1 square, or R1 will be equal to R2 into square root of I2 over I1. So in this way we can find out the distance of those stars which are at a distance greater than 100 light years away. Next, inferior planets. The planets which are closer to Sun than the Earth, they are called as the inferior planets. Planets which are present in between the Sun and Earth, they are inferior planets, Mercury and Venus. Planets which are away from the Sun compared to Earth, which are present away from the Earth, they are called superior planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Now we are trying to find out the distance of these inferior and the superior planets. First, inferior planet. This is with the help of the Copernicus method, but valid only for the circular orbits, not for the elliptical orbit. So this method is based upon measurement of the planet's elongation. If we want to find out the distance of an inferior planet, for example Mercury or Venus, first we have to measure its elongation. Now what is the elongation? Elongation is the angle formed at the Earth, between the Earth planet direction and the Earth Sun direction. It is the angle formed at Earth between Earth planet direction and Earth Sun direction. What is this? This is the position of the Sun. This is the position of the planet whose distance is to be measured. This is Earth. So this is the line which is joining the planet with the Earth. This is the line which is joining Sun with the Earth. So if we measure the angle between the line joining planet with the Earth and Sun with the Earth, that is this angle PES, then this angle we call it as the planet's elongation. This is the orbit of the planet, this is the orbit of the Earth. Let RPS is the distance between planet and the Sun. RPE is the distance between the planet and the earth, and RSE is the distance between the sun and the earth. When this elongation is maximum, planet is farthest away from the sun, and angle subtended by the sun and the earth at the planet is 90 degree. For employing this method, we have to wait for that particular time at which the distance of planet from the sun becomes maximum, such that the angle between the planet earth line and planet sun line becomes equal to 90 degree. At this stage, if epsilon is the elongation of the planet, in that case we have this right angle triangle SPE, where earth planet line and sun planet line are present at right angles to each other. Epsilon is the elongation of the planet, RES distance between earth and sun, EP distance between planet and earth, and RPS is the distance between planet and the sun. So in this right angle triangle, if we find the value of sine epsilon is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse RPS over RES, which is equal to RPS equal to RES into sine of epsilon. RPS, distance of planet and the sun, which you want to find out, equal to product of distance between the earth and the sun multiplied by sine of elongation angle, and we know that this average distance between the earth and the sun is equal to 1 astronomical unit. So the distance of planet from the sun is equal to 1.496 into 10 raised to power 11 multiplied by sine of elongation angle. So this is how we can measure the distance of a inferior planet.